Keep naming.
NSYNC guy, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Who's the Wendy Wu?
Homecoming Warrior.
Who else is in that movie? Who directed it? David Fincher.
Dave, who did the music?
I actually don't know.
Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails.
Oh,
Legend.
they also did the soundtrack to Challengers.
Very similar soundtrack, if you remember.
9 Inch Nails.
All right, we're back from...
9 Inch Nails. Their best song is Hurt by Johnny Cash.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not a bad one.
Wait, you know the story behind that song, right?
No, what's the story?
Johnny Cash has a song called Hurt.
Okay.
It's like one of his best songs.
Okay.
But it's a cover of a song by 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You never heard that song?
I've heard that song.
Oh, yeah. It's a cover
I didn't know it
of
was a
9
cover.
Inch Nails, yeah.
I just remember when
I hurt myself today.
Walk the Line came out. That song was like popping off.
Also 9 Inch Nails.
Walk the Line? I was like, that's crazy. They're around forever. Good for them. Anyway, we're recording. I think things are moving. It was recording last time. It just things turned off. We had a blunder.
Big blunder.
Welcome to Blunderbuss Podcast.
Oh
We had a big blunder.
God. We were 40 minutes into recording. Literally the best episode we've ever had. We were clicking. We were on point.
Yeah.
And then I realized
it was recording, and then like I think there was a power thing that happened and turned off the recorder.
Yeah, we literally solved climate change.
Yeah,
we did.
Do you want to go back into welcome to Blunderbuss Podcast. This podcast is about blunders, mistakes, flops.
Clearly,
whatever, right? Yeah. People who listen, they're returners. Wait, so do you want to go back on that conservative rant that you had about climate change?
Yeah. Well, we could do the argument backwards. In summation,
TLDR.
Climate change denial is not the solution, but it is a solution to climate change.
And I went all on
if
about
you deny something's existence, it no longer becomes a problem, therefore solving it.
That's not how solving things works, though. You got to realize that.
I think it can solve things.
It can make you feel better, but the problem is still there.
I think it could solve infidelity. Deny.
Yeah, gaslight, deny.
Gaslight,
gatekeep.
Gaslight, climate change.
Girl boss.
Gatekeep, climate change.
Only certain people are allowed to have climate change.
Yeah.
And that's the poor.
Did climate change ever think about therapy? Is climate change seeing a therapist?
This sounds like an open mic bit, like a first timer.
But anyways,
fix climate change? Go to therapy. Climate change.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Basically, my argument was it may be untrue to say that climate change is unprecedented because we haven't been measuring climate change for that long. Like humanity is a blink in the it's a small blink in the timeline of Earth.
Sure.
And we've been recording climate just a fraction of that blink.
But
so how could we say it's unprecedented? I believe climate change is real, by the way. And yes, it may be the end of humanity.
Yeah.
But it might not be unprecedented.
Sure.
Maybe it's happened before.
Here's the thing. I think, look, I'm not a scientist. But the issue is they have noticed changes that are alarming, and given what they know about the Earth and how the ecosystem should be, not even given the historical record of those ecosystems, they just know on a molecular level this is how it should be, and that shit's changing. That's a bad sign, and it's because of the climate changing.
But is it a bad sign for Earth, or is it a bad sign for humanity?
It's a bad sign for humanity, which is what climate change is effectively about.
Oh, well then I don't think that's that bad of a problem.
Because you don't care about humanity suffering.
No, I think it's a lot of hubris. Is that how you say it?
It's such a hubris. You get a circumcision every time you say it. Hubris? Never met him.
Isn't it bad when you're trying to make a convincing argument and then you mispronounce a word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your whole what's it? Ethos goes away. Ethos. Some shit like that. So nerdy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it just speaks to humanity's ego that we're
Of course.
Consumed with climate change.
Is it ego if you're like, yeah, I don't want my grandchildren to suffer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, freak.
Yeah, because like the world is already on fire, and if you have a kid, if you throw your kid into the fire, yes, that is ego.
No, that's not. No. Oh my God, that's not what they're saying though. They're saying we should stop this from being worse.
Okay, so we should stop this from being worse. But what is like really the driving cause of climate change? What is exasperating?
Climate change?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say. There's no one thing.
It's overpopulation and like
that's one
the
thing,
rising demands of the needs of this population.
Sure.
So having more kids and populating more,
well, you could make an argument
is driving the problem. And so why would you have kids? Ego.
No, you could also make an argument that it's not overpopulation. It is the industrialization of production to support our population.
Yeah, but
like if everyone was a farmer, it wouldn't be an issue. That's sort of like the thing.
I think if everybody was a farmer, there would not be enough farmland for everybody to.
There's enough food right now to feed every single human being in the world. It doesn't happen because a lot of it's being wasted.
There's enough food to feed everybody in the world, but because of industrialization.
Well, that's another thing. I'm just saying right now we are not using every single piece of farmland. You know what I mean? If we use every single piece of farmland, we can probably make enough food for everybody. We won't probably get heaping amounts, but we'll get enough.
Yeah, I don't know. My stance on climate change is like, it's like, I feel like a lawyer for a celebrity who just like committed like involuntary manslaughter. Like I can neither confirm nor deny.
But you just said you believe in it.
I can neither confirm nor deny. I cannot confidently.
All right, y'all. You heard it here first. Victor Tran does not believe in climate change, or does
not
he?
as strongly as as I don't. Yeah, I think.
But it's interesting because you're like
convicted.
You said before that you feel like people should.
I'm agnostic towards climate change.
But you said
if
before,
it's real, I accept that. If it's not, I'm not surprised.
You said before that like you'd rather be cautious about it, right?
Yeah, I'll err on the side of caution. Yeah, I recycle.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm reducing my emissions.
Good guy over here.
Yeah.
Happy Pride.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
I make the conscious choice to eat less beef because of their methane emissions.
Sure. Yeah,
I do. Yeah, I stopped getting beef Penang curry. Now I got to get fucking chicken or tofu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're eating it, you're like, fuck.
But if one day I'm told that it was all for naught, I will understand.
And you're like, at least I tried.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. But, hey, it doesn't matter.
And honestly, thinking that you could reverse climate change only further speaks to the hubris of humanity.
No, people aren't trying to reverse it. They're trying to just slow it down.
God, who do you think you are?
I don't think it's wrong to be egotistical about your own species. I don't think that's a wrong thing. Because that is your family. That is your friends. You don't want them to suffer.
Tell that to Nazi Germany.
Okay.
Tell that to the fucking IDF.
Yeah, pro genocide. Well, they're also looking out for their species.
All right. This took a turn.
Look, I'm just saying. I think you're trying to be a contrarian, and it's not working.
I'm not being a contrarian. I'm not being a contrarian because
I'm not.
Because I'm not arguing the contrary. Yeah. I'm not picking a stance at all. That's not a contrarian.
No, but I guess you can be a contrarian by being skeptical of a thing. When every scientist is like, this is happening, and you're like, I'm skeptical, that's you being a contrarian.
I'm just saying I have no stance on climate change.
Okay. You're not skeptical then.
Huh?
You're not skeptical then. You just don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
But I will continue to look out for it.
What a fun combo. This is.
I'll continue to monitor.
Losing my mind
I will
here.
continue to check the temperature.
Yeah.
And I will continue to reduce my emissions.
Yeah, you're like, I'm still 98.6 every single day. What are we talking about here? What climate are we talking about?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not warm or cold or hot or anything.
For the first 3 decades of my life, I drove a car. I no longer drive a car.
Yeah.
So
What are you doing?
Who's really doing the work?
What are you
here?
doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
You audience, what are you guys doing?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I listened to a podcast or two about industrialization.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
I don't know. I'm not smart enough to regurgitate it.
Okay. Anyway. Should we get into the meat of the pod? Should we get into the
What else did we talk about?
oh, yeah.
We didn't cover this, but I did want to bring it. My one of my best friends. Bro, he texts me.
Your best friend. Yeah, your best friend. Yeah.
My first friend. He's been telling me that he's like obsessed with making his cum thick. He's like obsessed with the viscosity of his cum.
So why? Did you ask him why?
I don't. What why is there? Like he wants to shoot fat ropes. But that's what he texts me.
But that's not a reason.
Huh?
Like what is the benefit of a thick rope?
I don't know. Maybe it's
that's what I'm wondering.
Maybe it's like a kink. Maybe it just like makes him feel good.
Does it feel better?
I don't think so. I think it's just like an ego thing.
Oh, he's just like, I think this is kind of sick that I can do this.
Yeah, I think my man's a shooter.
I guess when you we always talk about cum in this pod. I guess when you shoot thick cum, does it go further?
I don't know.
That's more based on like the muscles of like your dick. Not I guess the viscosity does. Look, I studied fluid mechanics in college, all right? I should know this.
Can I connect you to my
Yeah, let's are we mapping it to be a Newtonian fluid or
well, yeah.
What is the shear strength of his penis walls?
But he's like taking supplements. Like vitamin supplements. Like sunflower seed oils.
Wait, isn't like thick cum just like dehydrated cum?
I don't know.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
What a loser. He's dehydrating himself for no reason.
It gets him off.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Does he have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Maybe she likes it.
Nah, he's been this way for a while. he's been this way before her
supplements.
Yeah.
What? I guess
okay, you're right. We do talk about cum a lot.
Yeah.
But I will say in the first recording of this episode, cum did not come up at all.
Yeah.
So
instead it was just a lot of accents.
Oh yeah, that we were doing accents.
A lot of accents. Yeah.
Oh, in the Japanese office.
The Japanese office.
Actually, maybe it's good. I did say some questionable things.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. This was a
funny.
blessing.
This
was a
funny.
blessing.
Anyway, yeah, that's kind of strange.
I was jacked up on Yemeni coffee
to make your cum thick,
dude.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
I
got chai from this Yemeni tea spot.
Yeah.
Holy moly, bro! If that's what what are they called? Yemenis? Yemeni? Yemenis? If that's what the Yemenis
What's your star sign?
Drinking,
I'm a Yemeni.
Bro, like, good luck stopping the Houthis. They're gonna be unstoppable.
The Houthis?
Bro. That's what their like rebel group is called.
Is it really?
Right? The
I have no
group,
idea.
The Houthis?
I have no idea.
Yeah, but dude, it's insane. I was like seeing. It was like my eyes started to like tunnel. I was starting to get tunnel vision. It was like seeing through binoculars. I was wired.
Dude, this is Dune. This is the spice.
Yeah, it was the spice.
It was the spice,
dude. For real, bro.
You're like, I have to lead my people to freedom.
God, it was crazy, man.
Vic, your people are free. Your family's free, dude. Vietnamese people are free.
Yeah.
Hard to say. Hard to say.
I had it there. I said this in the cafe, but like,
yeah,
I think like before you invade a country, you have to check to see how strong their coffee is. I think that's why America was not successful in Vietnam.
Oh wow. Okay.
You ever have Vietnamese coffee?
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It will eject an empire out of a country.
But yeah, that is from the French though, who have they won wars? I don't know. They did take over Vietnam, so I guess in a way they were winning. Your theory is lining up.
Yeah, they were their own little empire. Yeah,
you're right.
They were a fearsome empire until their coffee got to the Vietnamese and then it got leaked out. Yeah,
leaked out of their asshole.
The Nazi Germany, they were on meth.
They're on meth, and they lost. Should have done coffee.
Well, I mean, they overachieved.
How?
They took over a huge part of Europe.
But then they lost.
Yeah, they lost, but they were doing incredible work. I mean,
now we have the Japanese office. Thank God.
I mean, they they were bad guys.
Yeah.
But like,
Indubitably
they
took
a
over.
lot.
Yeah, you're right. They did conquer a lot in a very short amount of time, but
Yeah, that's why the British lost the fucking American Revolution. They were drinking that weak ass tea.
Yeah, what kind of caffeine?
We
What
were,
is
like,
60
throwing
milligrams
we
per
were
cup?
throwing that shit in
Disgusting,
the
embarrassing.
fucking water, and we still kicked their ass.
Yeah. They needed that. Yeah, you make a good point. The Germans did have a pretty strong army. They did overachieve.
Yeah, I
They
mean, like,
did.
of all the things to critique them on, like,
Right.
it's not that.
But they also, I think I've heard things that like they were sort of like strung out all the time. Like, they were so high, they didn't have any off time, so they just kept needing more meth, and it just like eventually they just like lost. They needed sleep. They didn't have any sleep.
Oh.
There's theories that that's why they lost the war, because they like didn't have proper rest, because they kept giving him meth.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So this is what you get when too grind set, not enough mindset. That's what happens.
Yeah. That was their downfall of the Nazis. They weren't mindful enough.
Have you seen your friends come? Have you seen how thick it is? Because it could be all talk.
Well, he tried to send me a video.
Oh my god.
I said I didn't want it. Because you want to see a
I didn't
video? I was
want it.
like, no.
Of him like producing the cum, or just like, hey, here it is, shaking it?
No, I think he was shooting it.
He was shooting it?
Yeah.
He's gonna send you a picture of him shooting cum during Pride? Oh my god.
He didn't send it. I told him I politely declined.
Yeah, politely. Please,
Yeah.
no, please, God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, I don't want to know, but that's a lot of talk.
I'll connect you.
That's a lot of talk for this guy. My cum's so thick. Whatever, dude. Prove it. Send me a pic.
God, I think he's very eager to prove it.
Yeah. Well, he
Yeah.
doesn't. If that's his kink, though, I don't know. Not my thing. Anyway, should we talk about the open mic again? The story. I'll streamline the story this time. Apparently, it took too long.
It was a good story. It was a good story.
But you're right. I should cut out on some characters. Not everyone needs to be doxxed on this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a good story. I'm ready to hear it again.
All right, here we go. So, I was at this open mic. I run this open mic off-menu comedy every Sunday night.
No, tell it with the same drive that you told it the first time. I want to hear the passion.
The passion. Okay. It was Sunday night, 7:30. None of this is important. What's important is it is next door. The venue's next door to Joey Rosa's.
Oh, a little bit of backstory. Art runs an esteemed, a highly regarded open mic here
Yeah, one of the
in New
best,
York.
a world-famous open mic. You know,
Yes.
the world-famous Comedy Cellar, the world-famous Comedy Store. Well, ours is a world-famous open microphone.
Yeah. World famous.
World-famous.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're right next door to Joey Rosa's, which is owned by a comedian named Joe DeRosa. And as owners do, they'll hang out at their own bar. Okay?
Undercover boss.
Undercover boss. Even though he was just him. He was back. I don't know. Anyway, that's his office.
Yeah.
In a way.
I'm actually a fan of Joe DeRosa.
Yeah, you like him.
I bought all of his comedy albums.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I told him one time.
you're
And he
gonna
was
love the
like,
story.
I was like, hey man, I'm a big fan. I bought all your albums. And he goes, how much do I owe you?
That's pretty funny.
Pretty good.
That's
right?
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually seems like a nice guy, and I will keep this. That's important for the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Okay. So Joe DeRosa is out there hanging out with famous comic Ari Shaffir, famous comic T.J. Miller of Deadpool, Silicon Valley fame.
You're telling me Joe DeRosa, Ari Shaffir, and T.J. Miller?
Hanging out.
Bro, huge.
My top 3 comics.
Bro, I'm a huge fan of Joe DeRosa.
I love Ari. Couldn't tell you one of his bits. Does he even have bits? Oh, we got him. Okay. So, he famously doesn't have any bits. He just goes up and tells stories, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan. He's not one of my
Yeah.
favorites. Honestly,
He honestly seems like a nice guy, too, honestly. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, keep going. What? Honestly, what?
I don't like him. I'm like incriminating things against him.
Yeah, apparently he's a kind of a bad guy. But so is potentially T.J. Miller, right? Okay. So Joe DeRosa sees our open mic. We're a pretty normal open mic. Everyone's just chilling. Meredith Dietz, good friend of the pod, good friend of the mic. She's doing tech. She's running tech. That's kind of important, right? And then Allie Lawrence, another co-host, is standing next to me. We're doing Boomerang in Time, whatever, right? Joe DeRosa comes in, drunk, holding a drink, and he's like, "Hey man, can we do some time? Can me, Ari Shaffir, and TJ do some time?" And I was like, let me ask the co-hosts to see what's up because it is a full mic. There's a lot of people. I actually legitimately did not know how much time we had left to do it, right?
Let me ask my open mic wife.
Please, honey, I love him so much. He's so funny. I know you don't like him, but I think he's so funny.
Hey, honey, can my friends come over?
Yeah. We'll be out of here by 10. Anyway, so that's actually an important part of the story because I want to make sure everyone knows that this was a group decision. It wasn't one person who decided this. Okay, so I texted them, hey, these three comics want to go up. Should we let them up? And we were in agreement, like, yeah, let's throw them up. Let's see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm like, all right, let's do it. I go outside.
To any non-comedy heads, these three comics are like they're big names.
Yeah, they're big names.
Yeah.
Yeah, TJ Miller like was in movies at one point of his life. But like Joe DeRosa has a special, Ari Shaffir has a special like on like fucking one of the networks or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They have shit happening.
Yeah.
They tour, all that stuff. Okay. So I go outside, I'm like, hey, you guys can go up. Do you guys all three want to go up as like a group? I was trying to figure out what their vibe is, right?
Mhm.
And Joe DeRosa was like, yeah, we're gonna go up. We're gonna do like a joke each. And then literally Ari Shaffir, TJ Miller are both like, I don't want to go up. Why? I just want to hang out. I don't. Why, man? Like they are like clearly.
It almost sounds like this came from Joe DeRosa, like them being drunk.
Yeah.
And then Joe being like, bro, you know what? For like shits and giggles, we should do
a
open
mic.
mic. Yeah.
Let's
just
do
like
it.
old times. Let's do an open mic. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That's what
he's
it sounds
that guy.
like. And everybody else is like,
dude, I'm enjoying my time just sitting here.
Yeah.
We can run bits here.
Mhm.
Anyway, also they didn't want to run bits. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, you guys are going next. Figure it out. Whatever. I don't care. Right. So I go back inside, and then Joe's like, all right, we're gonna go up, and I was like, okay. And so I go tell Meredith, I'm like, hey, they're gonna go up after this comic, whoever's up, right? And so Joe comes in, gets called up. Everyone's like, oh, cool, drop in spot. It's just Joe. The other two are not there. Joe does like a joke about flea markets or something. It kills. It was actually not kills, but it was like kind of funny. People were laughing. I was like, all right, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? He's working on some stuff. And then Ari and TJ both come in after, and they walk on stage. And then people are warm. They're like, let's go. Okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, like we're pretty excited about this. This is kind of cool. They're dropping in. These are like names, right?
Is that the guy from Transformers 3? Is that the guy from Deadpool and Deadpool 2?
Yeah. Is that the guy from I Can't Believe This Is Happening to Me from Comedy Central? Hosted by Roy Wood Jr.?
Is that the off-screen guy from Cloverfield?
yeah, the off-screen.
Is that Hub from Cloverfield?
Oh, man, good stuff.
That's embarrassing that I know their filmographies.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, you're a comedy fan. Anyway, so Joe passes the mic to TJ Miller, right? TJ makes it weird.
Is that the veterinarian from Better Call Saul?
No! Wait!
Joe DeRosa is. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. That's funny. Never seen that show. But so TJ Miller makes it weird up top. He goes, thank you guys for not wearing a mask. And he points at one guy wearing a mask. He goes, thank you for wearing a mask too. And everyone's like, come on, just let him.
All right, new bits.
Come on,
we're working on things.
Let him wear a mask. You know what I mean? Who cares?
He's wearing
Don't
like
be
a monkey
weird.
mask.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially just a ski mask and a gun. I don't know. But yeah, that was like already made it weird. And then he was like, I don't know if this joke is gonna do well here. And he like it keeps hinting on this joke that's not gonna do well.
I don't know where this is going.
And Joe DeRosa's like, just tell it, man. Just fucking tell it, dude. And so TJ's like,
good.
okay,
Pretty
I'll
good
do
impression,
it. I'll do it. So then TJ tells this joke that's basically like, me and my wife were at a spa, and we see 3 trans women who are having an amazing time at the spa. And looking at them made me feel joyful at how much they're enjoying their lives as trans women.
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, and then he went into metaphor parallel mode where it's like, it's kind of like when I go to Disneyland and I see Minnie Mouse and I get so excited, even though I know there's a man under there. It's like kind of a hacky, transphobic-y kind of joke of like, oh, you're not really a woman. Like that's the classic, like,
you're not really a mouse.
You're not really a female adult-sized mouse who wears gloves.
Yeah.
But that's sort of like, okay, come on, dude. Like, that's stupid. But anyway, he's trying to get through the joke.
Yeah, that's not going to be in Deadpool Wolverine.
Well, he got fired from that franchise.
Oh, no.
Thanks a lot, Ryan Reynolds, the woke mob king, owner of Wrexham. Anyway, so Meredith starts playing him out, like literally drowning him out with music, right? And then Joe DeRosa was like, "Whoa, did you plan that, TJ?" And TJ's like, "No, they didn't like the joke, so they're playing me. They're drowning me out."
Wow.
And so Joe was like, gets kind of pissed and was like, What? That wasn't even why? That wasn't even offensive. Like he's drunk, right? He's like, that wasn't even offensive. Like he was getting kind of pissed. And then we're like, it kind of. And then Meredith on the mic just went, "Yeah, I mean it was, and I can explain to you after. It's just like we don't want this at our mic like right now, right? We just don't want this here, right? Which is a fair thing. It's a fair thing to say. It is our mic. We can do whatever the fuck we want, right? And then,
but I mean, nah, maybe after the story.
Okay. So then Meredith. So then the mic. Joe hands it to Ari. He's like, "All right, do your bit," or whatever. And we're like, okay, let's see what happens. So then Ari
Oh,
is
wait,
like,
I forgot to add this line.
Yeah.
Because I said this off the cuff in the previous recording.
Okay.
TJ Miller. What does the TJ stand for? Transgender?
Yeah.
God.
Let's go.
So much better earlier.
I'm just making sure this is recording still.
I'm like depressed. That was so good earlier.
Yeah, you had more gumption when you said earlier. This was like, TJ transgender? Like
I
that
know.
sort of energy, you know?
I know.
It felt bad coming out a second time.
Yeah, it lacked the spontaneity.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? A for effort. I appreciate you.
Still better than whatever the fuck TJ Miller said.
Ooh, got him. So Ari was like, okay, so you didn't like TJ's joke. Well, anyway, I was at the spa with TJ and his wife. He was gonna do the joke again, really, right? And then Meredith like cut him off with the music again.
Yeah.
And so they all like walked out like kind of dejected, except for TJ. TJ actually stayed and watched the rest of the mic, right? So then Joey keeps coming in and out during the mic as it's going on, and Joey's like, "Hey, like." Or not, he didn't say anything. Sorry, he's pacing back and forth, right? And I text Meredith like, "Hey, I feel like he wants to talk to you. Do you want to like talk to him outside? And I can just like take over the tech and guys can talk or whatever, right?" And then she was like, "Yeah, I'll do that." So then, sorry, I don't know why my nose is running. I'm crying. It's such a beautiful story. I take over tech. And then Joey and Meredith go outside, right? And then the mic kind of goes on. TJ's still watching. He's just watching all the things. Everyone's trying to address it, trying to be funny, trying to be like, "Oh, TJ, if I kill, will you take me on the road?" And then TJ's like, "No, because you're a cisgendered man." Like, he literally said that. And people are, like, rolling their eyes like, "Oh, my God, dude, shut up." Anyway, so Meredith goes outside talking. Mic is going on. And then Joe DeRosa comes back in for a second, for a split second. Comic's about to walk off. He grabs the mic from a comic.
Wow.
And then he goes, "You guys didn't like him because he was a cisgendered white man. Like that. Those were jokes. We're just joking around. It wasn't a joke. Or no, it was just jokes. It wasn't transphobic. Like, what are you guys thinking?" I started like playing music because I thought it'd be funny.
That is pretty funny.
I started like slowly playing music. He goes, "What? Don't play music. What are you doing?"
Come on, that's
like,
a pretty good bit. That's pretty funny.
I like went on mic and I was like, "Oh, that'd be kind of funny." And then no one laughed at that. I was like, "I guess it's not funny." And then he finished his whole like spiel or whatever, and then he starts walking off in silence. And he like turns to me. He goes, "You can play music now."
That's pretty funny too.
And I was like, "Okay." I wanted
you
him to
guys
walk,
have this good camaraderie, man.
I wanted him to walk off stage in silence because like you should feel how awkward you've made it. Like you made it very uncomfortable. Like you should feel this. You know what I mean? Like I wanted him to feel that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't like this isn't my fault. This is your fault. You did this weird thing. You came back in. Like, what the hell? What are you doing? We all know. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have grabbed the mic.
No, it's insane. It was insane. Anyway, they're all outside.
After y'all let them do time.
Right.
Yeah.
He asked us. He came in and asked, and I said okay. Anyway, the mic goes on. The vibes are terrible. Like no one's really listening. Eventually, I just hear a woman's voice outside, just scream, "Get your hands off me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! I will
You
call
damn
the
dirty
cops."
ape!
Yeah, he was a black guy. No. He was the guy who did
Wow.
the guy in the story.
I'm about to turn up some music. All right, we don't do that at this moment.
No, you're right. You're right.
Joey Roses is next door.
No. If you want to do that, keep that there. But Anyway, it was like we hear that I hear the scream, and my first thought was that's Meredith. That is Meredith Dietz. She is being harassed somehow,
assaulted,
right, or something. Something's happening, or she's like
No. Ari Shaffir would never put his hand on a woman. I've never seen that in my life.
Shit. Anyway. That's neither here nor there. The story's not about Ari, although he is involved.
Nor denied, like climate change.
Surprisingly, this is not about Ari this time.
Yeah. All right.
But anyway, I thought like Meredith may have like hit somebody or like someone hit her or something. I don't know what's going on, right? Yeah. So I didn't have a good field of vision or the line of vision because I was sitting facing away from the front. But Allie did. Allie Lawrence, our co-host, and she was kind of like peeking on the peeking out, right? I also want to say Allie did walk up and take the mic from them as they were like Meredith was trying to play them off and they wouldn't leave, and Allie actually walked up and grabbed the mic. Was like, "Thank you guys so much. Have a good night," and like grabbed the mic.
Allie's kind of the perfect person to do that because
she rocks.
You can't like
me as a guy. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, she's so
just
sweet.
Exudes sweetness.
Yeah, she's so sweet, and the way she did it was very gentle. She did it in a gentle way. Yes.
Yeah. She has tact.
Yes, tact. Great. Anyway, so I was like, Allie, I texted Allie immediately, like, hey, is like Meredith okay? Like, what's going on outside? Right? And she said, oh no, one of their friends, Kelly, the alias, not her real name, but Kelly, who's like also a comic who like hangs out with them apparently. It was her yelling at them, and I was like, oh, okay. And then the yelling kind of keeps going on, and the barista at this point is like calling the cops, like literally outside, like calling the cops.
Yeah.
Right. So people look at me.
911. A comic told a bad joke.
Yeah. Please arrest him.
Yeah.
You should go to jail.
Was she calling the woke police?
Yep. Gestapo. Anyway, so everyone looks at me. Everyone turns their head and looks at me as if I should fucking do something. What the hell am I gonna do?
Yeah, the mayor.
Mayor of Black Cat.
Black Cat. I mean, look at how you're dressed. You're dressed like the Hokage of Bushwick.
That's who I am.
Yeah, that killed on the first podcast.
The first run through. Let me get my headband out. My hidden Brooklyn headband. I actually have a picture of me wearing one of those. Anyway,
Village of the Hidden Leaf, but the leaf is just a marijuana leaf.
Marijuana leaf. Yo, the janitor of my office was wearing marijuana Crocs today, and I was like, "Is that work appropriate?" It was kind of sick though.
That's crazy.
It was funny to. I was like,
"What is this country coming to?"
Yeah, you can't be high while cleaning toilets.
God,
anyway,
I feel so bad for your girlfriend, man.
I know. We're getting there.
Sit through this twice.
We're getting there. We're almost there. Okay, so I'm like, fuck. All right, I'll go and check it out. So I get up, and the barista turns to me like, you have to defuse the situation. I'm like, okay, why me? Why me?
That's
I just
so
want to do
funny.
open mic comedy forever. I don't even want a special. Anyway, so I go out there, and Meredith is in like one corner of the street, basically like looking really flustered. She has a bunch of friends around her surrounding her, and then another person, Kelly, was also looking very flustered, kind of in another corner.
Yeah,
and it seemed like the scene had chilled out. Like it kind of died down. Everyone's kind of just chilling, right?
Yeah.
Meredith was like, I need to take a walk, and so she walks, and then I was like, should I talk to her? I turned to one of my comic friends, like, should I talk to her? And they're like, no, it's fine. Let her walk. I was like, okay, whatever. So I go back inside, and I finish the mic, right? And then Meredith comes back, and she explains what happens. Okay, so she was like, outside, Kelly starts. Sorry, let me back up. Outside, Joe DeRosa yelling at me, chewing me out.
You?
No, not me. Meredith.
Oh, Meredith is telling you.
Meredith's telling me that she was chewed out. She was being yelled at by Joe DeRosa.
Joe DeRosa was eating her out?
Yeah, dude, that's what happened.
Episode.
That's
Killed
what
on
happened.
The previous episode.
Yeah, they actually.
What a dog!
They actually fell in love, dude.
What a dog! Now I know why they call him Joey Roses.
From enemies.
What
to
a
lover.
romantic!
Yeah, Joe, give me some roses.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
All
anyway,
right, we're back where we left off. This is about
where we got cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, Meredith explained to me what happened outside. So basically, she was getting yelled at by Joe DeRosa, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Kelly starts yelling at Meredith too, like, "Go back inside and do your job, you woman," or whatever, right? And at a certain point, Joe DeRosa yells out, "You're all banned," or something from the bar, which is kind of funny.
You guys weren't even at that bar.
No, like people were outside. They're like,
Oh.
you guys are all banned. Like, just like, he just said it as like a blanket, like, you guys are, fuck you guys kind of thing.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
He was drunk. Everyone was drunk.
Yeah.
Right? Except for me. But no.
Well,
also,
nobody was drunk except for those three.
Right, those
Yeah,
three.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Or four.
And I guess Kelly, right?
Yeah.
And Meredith really likes their sandwiches. So she was actually kind of bummed that she couldn't get her sandwiches anymore. She was like, am I really freaking banned? Anyway, so what happened was Kelly was yelling at Meredith, and then a comic who was at the mic actually tried to defend Meredith. It's like, hey, it's their open mic. They can do whatever they want. Who cares? Like, it's fine. They don't need open mics. They're professional comedians.
Yeah.
Like, what are they? Why are they even yelling at us? Like, that's insane that they're yelling at us, right?
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, you have better things to do. You've already made it. Like, who are you to us? Nobody, right? We're nobody to them. Whatever, right?
I agree.
So,
No, you're nobody compared to
Kelly
them.
starts yelling at him because they know each other because she's also like a comic, right?
Ah.
She's like, you're just mad at me because I called you gay, which is kind of funny. That's kind of funny. But it gets pretty heated. It gets pretty heated. And another comic outside starts filming it.
Right.
And then Kelly starts hitting him.
Whoa.
Like straight up like hitting him like with a fist.
Wow.
And so another guy came in and broke it up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was like, hey, like
I
stop.
see.
And he touched her. And she was like, don't touch me, I'm gonna call the cops or whatever. Right?
That's she's gonna call the cops. Wow.
Call the cops, right. And who have already been called, by the way. So we have two warring groups of cops.
Yeah.
And they fight each other. Anyway. So that's what happened there. And everyone's sort of razzled up a little bit. Everyone's like, this is weird. This night's been weird. And this morning,
Mm-hmm.
I get a call from the owner of Black Cat Lower East Side, the venue where the open mic is. And he's like, hey, I heard something that happened. We're kind of boys, we're kind of friends, so like it's not that weird that he called me. He's like, hey, what happened last night? Kind of strange that happened. Joe DeRosa called me and wants to know if he could apologize to Meredith. Could you send me Meredith's number so I can send it to him? And I said, yeah, for sure. And of course I texted Meredith first, like, hey, he wants to apologize. Can I send him your number? And she's like, yeah, that's cool. So eventually Joe DeRosa did actually apologize. Like called Meredith up and was like, hey, that was out of line of me. Like
Free sandwiches for life.
yeah, she was like, he was like,
Meredith.
you're not banned. You can come get sandwiches. Like that was just, we're all really drunk and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
And apparently, I asked Meredith, I was like, did you ever try talking to TJ Miller about this? And apparently TJ was just like, kept saying thank you to me. Like, thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. Like, just actually was kind of chill about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kinda crazy.
I don't think he needs any more like hits.
Bad
to his
attention.
Public persona.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, I actually got a TJ Miller TikTok like today, and it was him talking about Ryan Reynolds, being like,
I saw that same one.
Yeah. And everyone in the comments was like, why is every single interview with TJ Miller defending himself? Like that's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he seems like a bad guy on set. He's been fired on so many sets.
We just saw him at Sesh.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was an interesting situation too.
Because he ran the light and then he did like this
silent set.
Yeah, he did a silent set. He killed though.
He did kill, but
Yeah,
that's
all that matters.
It was kind of annoying though. I will say it was annoying.
Yeah, he was
rude.
like pantomiming stand up. He did like 10 minutes of just like mouthing words.
Right, he probably did 30.
But apparently the whole time he was mouthing transphobic material.
The whole time.
We just didn't know.
Yeah.
And then he said one joke in this open mic.
Right.
From his pantomime set.
We should have known.
And it turned out to be a transphobic Minnie Mouse joke.
Yeah. It was bad. We should have known the moment we saw him.
Yeah.
But he was killing. He's kind of that asshole. He kind of like is a boisterous, belligerent. Like he was also drunk, and he was drunk when we saw him. Like the dude is always drunk.
Yeah, well, I think those guys are known for being booze hounds.
Yeah,
so fucking cool. I
have your heroes.
I have opinions on the story.
Yeah, give me your opinions.
Can I pee?
You want to pee?
Yeah,
like pee into a toilet.
No, I was gonna piss in that litter box over there. That's okay
I didn't know.
with you.
I didn't know if you meant that in like a figure of speech kind of way. Yeah, go pee.
Well, you thought that was like a figure of speech for like sharing my opinion?
Can I
just piss out some ideas?
Yeah, shooting the piss. What's that? Taking the piss? No, that's another thing.
Oh yeah, that's a
taking
thing.
a piss is a thing.
Anyways, I have to literally take a piss.
Yeah, go take a piss.
Okay, all right.
Do you want me to just talk into a mic? We'll do Bill Burr. Well,
Yeah,
that's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's how you make eggs. Here's how you make eggs. Does he? Who doesn't do a good Bill Burr? Here, maybe I'll do a Trump. I do want to say. Maybe I'll plug my dates. July, I'll be in Chicago. Me undies. Yeah, I'll be in Chicago in July. You coming? You coming, baby? All right, this is good pod fodder. I'm just looking at my phone. Anyway, what's on my mind? Yeah, we sort of fucked up the first recording. It was 30 minutes deep. I think there was like a power surge or something. The recorder literally stopped, and I didn't know what to do, and it sucked. And I hear Vic's stream, pretty strong stream. Wish mine was stronger like that. A pretty healthy stream. I feel bad for my girlfriend who's been in the bedroom as we record this pod. What else is on my mind? Who does solo pods? This is so hard to do. Jake Letizia does one. Mark Maron does one for like half his pod. How do you guys do this? I know I'm out of things to say already. I have no other thoughts. I'm trying to post on TikTok more. Just kind of not doing well. But you know, everyone's trying their best out here. So yeah, guys, in the comments, what do we think about TJ Miller? Let me know what you think. We are sponsored by MeUndies. And Vic is back. Thank God. It was so awkward.
Sorry,
it was so
I just peed during that long ass story.
You were falling asleep. I saw you.
Huh?
You were falling asleep.
I wasn't falling asleep.
You were like,
I was enthralled.
TJ
I was enthralled.
Transgender.
How could I fall asleep during a story about my 3 favorite comedians of all
in
time?
the world? Yeah.
My Mount Rushmore of comedy.
TJ Miller, Ali Lawrence.
Yeah.
I will say I did try to get Ali Lawrence on the pod, and she refused.
Hey, Meredith should like
hop on and defend herself
for
doing the wrong thing.
No, she should strong arm her way into opening for them.
Oh yeah,
because she's not a cis white male.
She's a cis
She's
woman.
a gay white female.
It was funny. We were at dinner, and she was kind of having a gender identity crisis.
She's pretty funny.
She's
hilarious.
She's hilarious.
She would kill.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she should parlay that.
I agree. I was like, when Joe apologized, I was like, did you ask for spots? Like, you should open for him.
Yeah, she should.
Anyway, what are your thoughts on this whole situation?
I think it is funny that the only concern for not having them on would be like they might say something transphobic.
Yeah.
And then that's like exactly
what they did. Yeah.
Which was that joke transphobic?
I think it is. I think on the level of like it's not like it's in the same way that like a microaggression is like racist. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
it's just like annoying to hear.
Yeah.
It wasn't like fuck you trans people, but it's really just like denial of an identity.
It was like transphobic like adjacent.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're not this real thing that you say you are. Like, you're denying that person's thing.
Right, okay.
Which is, like, deeply rooted in themselves.
Yeah.
So it is, yeah, in terms of, like, the spectrum of, like, how hateful it can be, it's probably on the lower end.
Right.
But it is on that spectrum still. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but
I
know y'all have that rule. Like, you guys have
go.
the fucking don't say anything racist, don't say anything transphobic, or we will kick you out of our mic rule, which is fine. It's your mic. You can do whatever you want.
Do you not like that rule?
No. Not for
Why?
open mics. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like edgelord shit. I don't like whenever comics go up there and just say like racist or transphobic shit.
Right.
But I feel like they should at least have the liberty to try whatever they need to try.
Okay, here's what I'll say.
And if it bombs, which that shit will bomb because it sucks and it's hack and it's not funny, the punishment is it bombing.
Here's what I'll say. You said that? Look.
Yeah.
People still come up and still fucking do those jokes anyway. It doesn't, like, us saying that doesn't actually stop people from saying that. But I think what it does, sometimes it makes people more concerned, conscious of what it adds a little layer of self-awareness. And even if that's like 1 or 2 people, I think it's worth it. You know what I mean? So it's like that shit. Again, people come up and say crazy shit on our mic all the time still. Right?
Yeah.
But I think it does give a vibe of like, don't try not to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, think about your bit. Like, don't come up here and try to be edgy.
Yeah.
That's the whole vibe we try to give off. Like you said, you didn't like it. We don't like it.
Or if it's edgy, just like make sure it's funny enough to warrant.
Oh, absolutely.
What you're doing. Yeah. So was that rule explained to them before they went up?
No, but I think as professional comedians, you can kind of read the room. And again, there were like non-binary people there. You know what I mean? Like, there are people who like clearly you're like, you're something. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay. There's an argument there.
No, I think as a professional, that's like a huge part of being a comedian. You can read the room. You can know exactly how to adjust, right? That makes a comedian great. It's like, you know, like, all right, they need these kinds of jokes.
Okay, sure, okay. I mean, I'm almost playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, here we go. Contrarian Vic is out.
But All right. To your point.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're a professional comedian, you should be allowed to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Did T.J. Miller get a chance to adjust after he made the transphobic joke? After that joke bombed, which I'm sure it did.
Oh no, I mean,
did he
like,
did he get a chance to receive that information? Like, oh, they don't like that, and
Sure.
then change course of his set after that?
No, I mean like you should be able to read a room like right when you get up there. If you're a professional comedian, you should be able to stand on stage and look out and kind of be like, I know.
But it's not a professional show. It was like it was an open mic.
Yeah, you can still look at an audience. No, I'm saying it's not a professional show, but you're a professional comedian.
Right.
So you should be able to be like, all right, this is not. I shouldn't do that joke.
But it's
I
an
should
open mic.
Try something else.
But that's what he felt like he wanted to open mic.
Right. And it's what's crazy? He was like, I know this is gonna bomb. I know I shouldn't do this here.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is Joe was like, do it, dude. Do it. And TJ is like,
Sure.
I don't really want to do it. So in a way, he was being professional. He's like, I shouldn't do that here.
I don't think that a comic should be played off because of the content of the joke that he made.
Wow.
And yeah, I don't think that was a smart move.
I only think it's not.
And I don't think it was warranted either.
I don't think it's a smart move only because it would and it did escalate everything.
Well, even if it
That's
didn't,
it.
even if it didn't escalate anything, I just don't think that's. I don't think that's fair or in line with like the spirit of like what stand-up comedy is.
So you're like a purist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't agree.
Interesting.
I mean, what TJ said, it was not a good joke.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Right.
But like
They needed.
he should have been allowed. He should have been allowed to make that shitty, dumb,
Right.
hack joke.
I think I'm with you. I also think that
Because I've seen that. I've seen that to a comic who I really respect. I've seen that done in
Yeah.
Houston. Martin Urbano
yeah.
did an open mic in Houston,
Right.
And he was doing like alti stuff that the DJ didn't understand,
Yeah.
and so like he was like building up a bit, and then the DJ like played him off,
Right.
and then like it was just like insulting. And I'm not saying that's one-to-one the same thing,
Sure.
because Martin Urbano wasn't saying anything potentially like harmful to
Right.
people, but yeah, you should not cut a comic off at an open mic.
Look, I think
when the rule wasn't explained to them.
Well, I think I agree with you. I actually do legitimately agree. I don't think I would have been able to cut him off. However, I will say, that group of people, they were. It is sort of like it is like a hurt. It is.
Yeah.
It's rough for them to hear. You know what I mean? Like I felt bad for them.
The people
The audience.
in the audience.
They were like, I didn't want to veer. I think Meredith was smart, and this is why I think I'm defending her, even though like I personally don't think I would do it.
Yeah.
Is that she read the room? She could see like a lot of those people were like her friends. They were clearly being like hurt by this, and it's like when you see your friends being hurt like that, you're gonna put the kibosh on whatever's hurting them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I empathize with her.
Yeah.
For sure, but I don't think that. Yeah, I don't.
This is the sort of gray area of comedy, right? Where it's just like, what do you really do when you have friends in the audience who like clearly don't like this situation and like don't like this guy and like is like saying shit that like kind of hurts them. Like, what do you do? Because it's like it is technically comedy, but also like your friends are here, like your friends are literally here.
Yeah, no, I don't think they should have been cut off.
Right.
I mean, I think maybe that would have been a good time to like tell the rule or make fun of them,
right?
Or like do something like that.
I think she should have made fun of him.
Yeah, I don't think
That'd
she
have
should
been funny.
have cut him off.
But that also could have escalated things. It's hard to say what would happen. You know what I mean? I think personally, I'm a firm believer of like bombing will teach them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
But also like maybe that's not enough. Maybe they don't think that, and that's why. And that as like
yeah, but that's not for. I don't think that's for us to decide. I think just let nature run its course.
Well, you could argue that this is part of the nature. Like this is one sect of nature.
Okay.
So, but no, I am at the end of the day. I think I'm with you. Like I think I would watch it happen and let the bomb kind of correct itself.
Yeah.
Right. However, this is sort of a different beast in a
But
way.
I guess that's not. I mean, obviously, that's not what happened.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a different beast. Also, it's also hard to say. Like maybe he would have bombed and then he would have yelled at us too, and that would have also been annoying.
But would have been within his like. Right.
to yell at us after he bombed and then he like is going over time, like that would be
Well, I mean, if
annoying as hell.
if it was in his allotted time.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. We didn't like. It was just very like. It was also very weird because like Joe clearly or no, TJ
Well, they were
didn't
also
want to
like
do it.
drunk. And they were like
They're also drunk,
up.
right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel that way about like cutting people off, but also I do empathize. I think I'm with you. It's just like I empathize. I understand why you did it. I personally wouldn't do it, but I respect that you did it in a way. But you don't respect them for doing it. You think Meredith should let him
respect
Meredith's decision to cut him off?
I respect it. Yeah, I respect it. Like the principle of it and like the character that it takes. Yada yada yada. But like,
dude, she's gonna
hate
you.
Like
she's gonna hate you after this pod.
Like the person in me respects it.
Yeah.
You're standing up to somebody who's kind of like maybe like a comedy giant. You know, you're standing up for what your beliefs are.
Right, that's a good point.
So yes, the person in me, yes, I respect that.
Okay.
But the comedian, libertarian, whatever philosophy that I have, I think that he should have just been allowed to bomb and let open mic free market decide to punish him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're in agreement here. I think most people would agree with us as well. But again, I think you can also both things can be true. You can hold both things.
Yeah.
I think you are. And
Here's what I would have let Joe do his time. I would have let TJ do his time.
When fucking Ari Shaffir.
Bomb. don't let Ari go up.
yeah.
That guy should be in jail.
Oh shit, Ari, get the
that guy should be in prison.
Arguably, TJ should be as well. He has some stories about him.
Yeah.
So really, the only good guy here is Joe DeRosa because he also is the only person who apologized. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of on both sides of the story because he first off was the inciting person.
Right.
And then also. I don't know, seemed to escalate things, and then charged back onto the stage.
Right.
Took them like hostage.
Right.
Yeah.
And then apologized for all of it. What a crazy.
Isn't it crazy how
crazy,
bad behavior in comedy kind of gets rewarded?
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
What do you mean? Like him taking the mic and like being a douche and like going over time and stuff? Like all that stuff? What do you mean? Like what kind of bad behavior?
I don't know. I just
sexual assault?
Well, maybe not that.
Yeah, maybe not. Racism? Transphobia, that
definitely gets rewarded.
Yeah.
Racism definitely gets rewarded.
There's a group of people into that.
Transphobia gets rewarded. Yeah.
Okay, I think you're onto something.
Yeah.
I know a comic who got rejected from SNL 3 times, and he has gone full edgelord.
Who is it?
I'm no longer, I'll tell you off mic, because this is not really my place to say, but he's gone full edgelord. I'm fucking.
Is it Tyler?
No more nice guy.
Is it Tyler Fisher?
Not him, but I think this has happened to him too. Yeah, this has happened to him too. Yeah. This is for the. That's for the pod. We'll shit talk on the pod. You know what I mean,
bro? So yeah.
Moral of the story.
Wait, no. There was more. There was more to dissect there, but I forgot. Wait, what happened outside? Why did they start yelling at each other?
Because she was yelling at one guy, and then one guy started recording, and then she started hitting that guy.
Oh,
and then
that's right.
She got pushed aside.
Oh yeah, that bitch. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
She should be fucking.
No, she's literally going through like a manic episode. Like, there's a lot of clips of her on Instagram. If you guys like,
well, there's one more to the collection.
No, I'm saying, yeah,
it's
honestly,
like assaulting people.
There's a few clips floating around of her like losing her mind, like at people, like. Literally yesterday. I'm not even kidding. Like this person's going through like a manic episode or something.
Oh wow.
So it's actually kind of sad.
Should have let her do some time.
Oh, someone outside.
Should have brought her up on stage.
I know. It would have been like you saw this person beat up a person outside. Give it up for Kelly. She apparently was hitting this guy, and then someone else was like, Kelly, you have to stop hitting people. Like she like said that. You have to stop doing this.
That's funny. Yeah. How did they make her stop hitting? Did you guys just play some music?
Yeah.
Cut her off.
That wasn't offensive. He didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Come on. Anyway.
Also, it's a fucking open mic. It's like, if you get played off, who fucking cares?
That's what I'm saying. I forgot to talk about that part.
Yeah.
Dude, you're complaining at an open mic? How embarrassing. That's you're a professional comic. You make money off stand-up comedy. None of us do that. We would love for your job.
I feel like I know.
Embarrassing.
I feel like I know what their perspective is on that.
Yeah.
They're like, these fucking new comics are like
They need
like
me.
self-censoring.
Yeah,
And they don't know real comedy and
Right.
like free speech is dying.
Also lame.
So whenever they saw that probably just triggered
Right.
whatever like biases that they had, you know.
It's all embarrassing. Everyone.
It is pretty embarrassing.
Climate change,
for
come
everybody.
faster. Kill
Yes.
us. Kill us. No, I'm with the trans at the end of the day.
This guy.
Yeah.
My last name's Tran. God. The first iteration of this podcast was so much better.
Yeah, you think so? No, this was pretty good.
Yeah?
I thought it was pretty good. I think this is more streamlined for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think Joe DeRosa will do our pod? You think he'll talk about it?
Yeah. Do you want him to do the pod?
I think that'd be cool if we could ask him.
Yeah, sure. I don't really care from either way. I'd love Meredith to come on and talk about her side.
Maybe we'll get them both on and we'll get them to kiss.
No, just like how they sort of did outside when he ate her out. Meredith, I'm sorry that Vic said that, and I'm sorry I repeated it. He's gonna play me out. You're gonna play me out.
Meredith,
Now?
I'm on your side. I have no spine.
That's the
I
reason?
see you. Yeah, Meredith.
That's the reason.
Meredith, I am on your side because I see you more than I see Joe DeRosa.
Look, I'm just saying.
Listen, you heard my stance on climate change. You know I have no I have no spine. I have no principle.
Yeah, he'll
All
do
right.
anything for the hang.
Whatever's more convenient for me, I will agree with.
Do you want to
So
say that?
Meredith, thank you for sticking up for.
Do you want to say that about Joe DeRosa now too? So we cover all bases.
Well, I mean, maybe once he does our pod.
Joe DeRosa, you did nothing wrong either. Please take me on the road.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do. I would be curious to hear her talk about cutting someone off or something like that. It's kind of interesting.
Well, what do you think her argument would be? You have an argument for cutting people off?
No, I think the argument would be what I said. Like it's hurtful. Like it's literally like she would like classify that as like hurtful language. That is detrimental.
Okay, yeah, but they don't need a hero. They don't need a superhero to cut people off. They can take like
No, it's not for them. It's for the audience. It's not for TJ. It's for the audience.
There's like actual like non-comic audience members there.
No,
that
they're no, but like yes and no. Yeah, we had some. We did have audience, but that's not what it's about. Like comedians at an open mic are still audience. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think if they're comedians, I think they can disagree with the joke.
Right.
But they could see that. They could see the joke there. I could see what the joke was.
Yeah.
Like the structure of the joke.
Right.
I don't think that joke was hurtful.
I think they would disagree.
It was a hacky, dumb.
They would see. This is the thing. They would disagree.
Okay, but like what they couldn't handle that. They couldn't take that. They needed somebody to cut.
Yeah, I'm sure
the comic off?
I'm sure they appreciated it. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I think that's ridiculous.
I think people literally message her like, "Hey, that was cool that you did that."
I would not. That's fucking stupid.
Why is that stupid?
Huh?
Why is that stupid?
Dude, if you're gonna be in comedy,
Yeah.
like this is just like the type of shit that you're gonna have to see sometimes.
Oh,
And
no,
it's
yeah.
like I'm not agreeing with it. I don't do that stuff, but it's
Right.
like don't be surprised if some idiot is gonna say some fucking crazy bigoted shit on stage because like that's just what happened. And on the scale of crazy bigoted shit, that was not that crazy.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think
I've seen insane shit.
That's what I think. What the difference is, we have seen crazy shit. They haven't.
They don't need to be shielded.
But the thing is,
They're rational enough to know like that was dumb, and I did not like hearing that. But that
Right.
joke bombed. They got what it deserved, and
sure.
I can move on. Like, isn't it kind of insulting to like play hero for them? Isn't that like kind of take agency away from them?
I think her argument. This is why we need her on the pod. I think her argument would be they wish they could do that for themselves. You know what I mean? Like if Meredith, like they are not in the tech seat, they wish they could be in the tech seat and cut them off.
Then don't laugh at the joke. Let the joke
Right.
bomb. The joke
Sure.
bombed. That was the punishment.
But I'm telling you her side of the things.
Yeah.
You can disagree with it. You do disagree with it.
I disagree. I don't think that comics should be cut off by like jokes that they tell
No,
on
that's-
stage at a comedy open.
I mean, we're talking in circles now. We're talking in circles. We already talked about this, but you've already said like the person side of you understands, but the comic side of you doesn't agree.
Comic side is starting to win.
See, I'm
Where are
still. We're about an hour.
About an hour.
We're good. Yeah.
We
we
got like 10 more minutes, huh?
No, this is an hour. This is a full hour.
Oh, I know. I'm saying we can stretch it a little bit.
Okay, so you want to keep talking? All right.
I
Yeah.
need it.
Well, no, this is okay. Do you want me to try to convince you?
Well, I guess you've already laid out your argument, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can keep trying to convince you, but I think it might even just drive you to be more conservative.
It's not a point of concern. Like, personally, like, my personal ideology,
Sure.
I agree with Meredith. I would not tell that a fucking hack transphobic
No,
joke
but it's
like
not
that on
about you.
stage.
It's not about. It's about.
What I'm saying is, like, even though that joke does not align with me,
Yeah.
and my ideology and my beliefs,
Right.
and I am in support of somebody who's trans or whatever,
Right.
like, I don't think that those things should be cut off. Like, I don't think,
Right.
I don't think that was the right course of action.
Yeah, we'll never know what happens if we didn't.
Yeah.
And Maris not here to defend herself, so.
I mean,
Look, I don't think I would have cut him off either, honestly. I don't think I would have. But, I do not disagree. I agree. I sort of also agree with Meredith, too. You know what I mean?
I can empathize with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on both sides. What's up? Because I'm spineless as well. Let's go. I'll do anything. No, I think like her decision did not surprise me. It's not a bad thing either. I don't think it was a bad thing. I don't think what
Yeah.
she did was a bad thing. That's why it's like it's not a big deal. She can cut people off. We can cut people off. Who cares?
I keep going. I keep switching sides. Now I'm kind of on Meredith's side again.
We're not gonna get anywhere. We're not gonna solve. We're just two dudes.
Yeah.
Two dudes who just want to talk about thick cum.
Yeah.
That's just what it's about. This pod. I feel like I've been
There's
talking.
also, like, if a comic goes on stage and he says something, like, potentially, like, edgy,
Yeah.
or, like, something that has the chance of upsetting people, and then there are repercussions,
Yeah.
like somebody getting upset and cutting the mic off. You can't be like, "Whoa, I'm the victim." Like, whoa,
Yeah,
there shouldn't be consequences. It's like,
It's our mic.
well, no, it's just like, is what you're saying really edgy if there are no consequences?
I see.
You
That's
know
the
what
point
I
of the
mean?
joke. Yeah.
Like, if there's no, like,
Damn,
repercussion or possibility of repercussion, then what you're saying isn't brave because
Wow.
you're right.
So you're back on Meredith's side.
Fuck.
Yeah, amazing. I love this. The dichotomy of man. Have you ever seen that?
Dude, I'm telling you, this mindset is why I can't solve climate change.
Maybe we should all die. Maybe we shouldn't all die. I don't know.
This is why I can't make up my mind on humanity.
And that's honestly, that's endearing. Because that makes you human.
Dude. As soon as I figure out how I believe open mic behavior should be sorted.
Then you'll get to climate change.
Yeah.
One
then
thing at
I'll
a time.
start. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm. We're
Anyway,
gonna clean up nuclear energy.
Hey, I love you guys. We should start wrapping up.
Yeah.
What spots we got? Should we plug spots? Do people come see us? I will be in Chicago in July if you guys want to hang.
I'll be boycotting off-menu open mic. Support of my
No, you
comedy idol, TJ Miller.
No, you got to come start hanging around the area.
I almost fought a guy at that mic.
You did?
2
Do you
weeks
want to talk
ago.
about that real quick, or do you want another mic?
Nah.
All right. Cool. I know the story, so.
Yeah. And it wasn't even an almost fight.
It wasn't close.
I just had
to an
like
open.
I had a stern talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, please, can you stop doing that, please?
Yeah.
That's how you said it. I was there. It was really, it gave me the ick. I was honestly kind of like, Jesus Christ, Vic, have some spine. He was like, the guy was like, no, I'm going to keep doing that. You're like, all right, sorry, my
Meredith,
bad.
please play him
Yeah,
off.
play him off.
He's talking back. Play some music, please.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's wrap it up.
That's a mic.
I gotta eat dinner. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta eat dinner.
What are you eating for? Yeah, we'll do this.
Yeah. We'll relinquish you guys finally. I'm glad we figured this out. Have a good night. Take it easy.